Big moves happening in the cryptocurrency market and the overall markets with very good news coming out right now. We are going to discuss exactly what just happened because Bitcoin's price did push up and hit our resistance of around 60,000. It was almost exactly 59,600, which is exactly the bottom of our resistance that we have put in here on the chart. So for those of you who think that TA completely doesn't work, there's proof in the pudding again that very simple TA does actually give us price points that we can watch. If you wanted to short the market, you could have jumped into a short. But for me, I am watching this region very closely. I think Bitcoin will break this. And once we break it, we can get more bullish, especially in the short term. I expect us to hit over 100K this run at least. And right now, it's my opinion that we have put in our low down here at 53,500. There's no guarantees there, but this is what I'm playing with. So my bias is bullish. That's why I'm trading this market. We're going to discuss that in a second, but if we zoom in a little bit, we can see here on the 4-hourly chart, we came up and retested our resistance again. On the 4-hourly, however, we do have a double top potentially forming. So with that said, I would be watching around the 57,100 mark very closely to see if we hold it on this current candle. If we can hold it and start to push upwards again from here, we would be putting in a higher low. As you can see from our low down here at 53,400, we pushed up, we put in a higher low here at 54,300, we pushed up again, and potentially we've put in our next higher low at 57,100. That's why I'm watching very closely to see if that holds up. So if that does hold up in the short term, we could be looking at a more of a bullish move into the weekend. As we know, the weekend tends to have a push upwards and then a return to where we started. So be prepared for that coming into Friday tomorrow. Don't get too bullish on the weekend because every other time we have seen Bitcoin push up on the weekend, we've come down to retest it. So remember that if we do pump on the weekend. Watching now very closely the 57,100. But what caused this big move in Bitcoin? We're going to figure that out in a second, but let's quickly check out our Ethereum trade here. So as you know, I have my now $70,000 trade, which was 140,000. But of course, here on this channel, I always practice taking profits. So if you want to stay up to date with exactly what I'm doing in the market before I make these videos, I post it here in my Patreon. So there's a link down there in the description. You can see here, this is where I took some profits, 372% profit with that trade. Now that was a risky bet that I was willing to take because I did have my initial smaller trade here, longer term trade at $15,000 that I opened a while ago. I took profits from that when we initially pushed upwards. We came down, retested it, went even lower. I opened up another trade here because I believe Ethereum is going to get bullish with the ETF news. So this trade right now, 480 or 490% profit, $3,600 profit right now. The trade right now is only 15 AVAX of size, so less than $1,000 in this trade. Already banked about $2,500. We got another $3,500 right there waiting in unrealized profit. The key to MARGEX, the reason why I like trading on them is I can use other altcoins or Bitcoin as my collateral. So when I trade and make profits, I actually make more of those altcoins or Bitcoin. Our huge Solana trade, our $100,000 Solana trade, which I closed about 95% of it. I did it in Solana. So I actually turned 15 Solana into around 100, which was a great trade, which I did directly live here on the channel. So smash that subscribe button if you do want to stay up to date with that. Now on the news, guys, we have something interesting. The SEC officially ends its investigation into stablecoin issuer Paxos, declares BUSD is not a security. And this is absolutely insane, right? Ran from crypto banter here. Absolutely wild. The SEC literally destroyed a business that had over 20 billion in TVL to only then drop the case after it was dead. Of course, including myself, we all got out of BUSD, and this is absolutely nuts, right? They come in, they destroy a business, then they say, actually now, it's not worth it, we're going to leave it here after the business is dead, which is wild. They should be held accountable for this. With that said, we have another entity that I think should be held accountable, which is the German government. We've been over this, my thoughts around this, how insane I think it is that the government can come in and just take or confiscate something like Bitcoin because of crime or whatever it is, and then they can sell it directly on the market, affecting retail. Who pays for that? We, retail, pay for that. Are they going to then put this money into the economy? Are they going to help people who have gone through crypto scams? No. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's a cartel, and the governments continue to act like this, and it really riles me up, as you can probably tell. But we have some very interesting news and light at the end of the tunnel. The German government wallet now only holds 9.9 Bitcoin after they sent almost 6,000 Bitcoin to exchanges. They are nearly completely liquidated. So everyone told you, right? The German government selling and Mt. Gox selling was going to destroy the market. Over the last couple of weeks, Germany has been selling, right? I think it was around here or somewhere around here where they started selling. So yes, the market did push down, right? But we have been pushing up since the most amount of the selling. It was the news of the selling that scared the market the most. The news of the selling. With that said, we have Blackrock ETF now officially has $18 billion of inflows since launching. The other huge elephant in the room is Mt. Gox. Mt. Gox has about $4 billion of Bitcoin. BlackRock alone, right, has accumulated $18 billion of Bitcoin in the last 7 months. So about 25% of that is what Mt. Gox will be selling over the next few months, if not years. And as we've spoken about it, people aren't going to be dumping this Bitcoin in its entirety onto the market. So this is the definition of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And I think it is unwarranted in this market. And something very interesting just popped up on my Twitter feed. Maybe this is just hearsay. It's not true. I don't know for sure, guys, but apparently 40,000 of the Bitcoin from Mt. Gox, which is like 25% of it, will be going to Tim Draper, who probably isn't going to sell. So this all seems like it's been thoroughly overblown to me. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. And we have June CPI inflation rate falls to 3%, below the expectations of 3.1. So this big push upwards for Bitcoin that we had here, that now has come all the way down, was because of that news. But I think that we had a little bit of a short squeeze. We have then pushed downwards, and we are going to make another move upwards, given the market is now more bullish. The stocks and shares world has pumped today, and we can see here that at just $65,000 for Bitcoin, we got almost $8 billion of liquidations. So Bitcoin only needs to reach around here for another $8 billion of money to be made for the exchanges, E.G. manipulators in the market. And I think that this is pretty bullish, right? I think in the short term, at least, this is bullish. And if you guys do want to make the best of the current market situation, as you know, I'm trading here. My Ethereum trade is pretty good. I'm really happy with this trade so far. So if you guys want to do something similar, I will leave the links to MARGEX down there in my description. As you know, you can get up to $10,000 of a deposit bonus. Plus, there is no KYC or VPN needed on this exchange. So you guys can sign up from pretty much anywhere in the world. Please do make sure you follow the rules and regulations in your country, but no KYC, so you don't need to provide any personal details to trade here. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.